Good morning, Dennis. Welcome to the Inside Giant Techs podcast. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you a morning person?
I try to be nowadays.
Okay. We've realized that this is the best time to do a recording because it's less busy. Nice and early before everyone sort of comes. The last few days have been quite intense. Have you found that as well at Giant Techs?
Yeah, it was pretty intense yesterday and very exciting to be on stage too.
How was it?
I think we had a very good audience and they really appreciated it. Some of them even posted on LinkedIn after that saying this is the best talk they had of the day.
Oh, that's so great. That's amazing. Do you enjoy being on stage? Do you enjoy recording podcasts?
I was in the English Drama Society growing up, but
Were you?
yeah.
Come on, break out some Shakespeare. We want to see the Shakespeare. Come on, Dennis.
To be or not to be, that's the question.
I love that. Thank you for going with that with me. That's brilliant improv. Thank you so much. So you're the founder of AI Seer. Tell me a little bit about your company.
We create truth-seeking agents to help people authenticate information, whether it's malinformation, disinformation, or misinformation.
It's a very important thing to have. Very important thing, especially now with so much misinformation, disinformation going on. So how exactly are you able to distinguish between what's real and what isn't?
We have a very powerful AI search tool called Facticity.ai. It's also recently integrated into X the handle is at Aristotle with AI instead of Aristotle.
I like that.
In the middle.
By the way, off camera, he gave me a very nice t-shirt, so thank you for that, which has Aristotle on it, which is brilliant. Thank you so much. Very kind of you.
Yeah, so we're going to expand it into Telegram and Discord soon. The bot X has gone pretty viral. It's gone from 100 plus followers to 4,000 plus followers in a matter of 60 days.
It's amazing. But can you explain how you actually do it? Like, how does the technology work? We'd love to understand a little bit more detail, if that's all right.
Right, so it extracts all the factual claims of a video or audio. So like our podcast now, if one of us is accidentally saying something, for example, if I tell you...
To be or not to be?
Is that really a Shakespeare quote? Or
Yeah.
if I tell you, I read Humans of Silicon Valley last week, and then you can stop me and say, hey Dennis, that book doesn't exist, so you couldn't have possibly read it, right? Like, so it's going to enable real-time fact-checking. We fact-checked the US presidential debate live last year. We surfaced 20x more claims than the mainstream media. We did it within 90 seconds of each claim.
So you basically created the best BS radar in the market. Is it the best in the market, or do you have a lot of other competitors? Because it's a huge space of opportunity in this space. Do you have a lot of competitors, or are you relatively advanced in terms of your development?
So if you ask Perplexity or Grok to fact check a video, they could manage maybe like 5 claims from an hour-long podcast, but ours can do the all 100 plus claims that were said on the podcast. So they can't even get the first step right, which is to extract all the claims on a long-form video. And if you don't know already, a lot of brain rot happens through these short-form TikTok videos. 1 minute, and then it's so fast and so cut, and it's all TLDR. They don't explain how they came to their conclusions, which they assert confidently and stuff.
So are you scraping the videos, and what's the actual approach to being able to determine and get the information to then do the analysis to figure out if it's actually real or not?
We transcribe everything that's said, then we out of that, we cut out all the opinions, like I feel this is so and so.
Okay.
And then
no emotion is included.
No speculation, no subjective statements are included. And then only the factual claims come out, which there are a lot still even after that. And then we classify all the claims into 3 categories: true, false, or unverifiable. And we make a fully explainable AI, so you can see how the AI came to its conclusions, including all the sources that we summarize, which you can click through to see if it's accurate or not.
So give me a ballpark figure, right? Percentage-wise, how much of what we're seeing on social media, let's choose, take an average between Instagram and TikTok, for argument's sake. What percentage of what we're seeing is actually factually correct?
I think LinkedIn generally has higher than other platforms.
Give me a percentage. Approximately. Ballpark. Again, you can caveat as much as you like, but just to understand, are we talking 50% of everything that we're seeing on social media, on the Instagrams, on the TikToks, for example, is just not real?
I would say 50% of the so-called informational, but they are actually more entertainment podcasts like Joe Rogan's, etc., which are both on TikTok and every platform. at least 50% is unverifiable or downright false, yeah, which is a lot. Yeah.
That's a kind way of saying it's BS, right? Basically, in a nutshell.
Uh,
So, what are the kind of ways in which this misinformation can spread, like without people knowing? Because I guess we're quite unaware of what we're looking at, how we're seeing it, and what are the dangers of us continuing not having this awareness of how to determine what's real or what's not real.
Yeah, I was listening to this podcast as I was driving, and I heard a very audacious claim. I used to love Peter Thiel's podcast. I was his teaching assistant, and he was having this 30-year anniversary podcast of the myth of diversity. And in it, he was saying something like, uh, purportedly, Bill Gates is either the Chinese Communist Party's biggest agent or asset. And I was like, did he just say that? And then I didn't hear the qualifier purportedly or supposedly. And then I was like, oh my God, Peter just caught Bill Gates, what? Because I was driving, right? And I'm
Yeah.
not paying full attention. So I think it happens to everybody.
Yes.
You're falling asleep as you're watching a YouTube video,
Yeah.
and then you get accosted by this kind of thing, and then it sticks in your brain whether
Yeah.
and you probably didn't even hear it properly.
Yeah, or it's taken out of context. I mean, I guess that happens a lot, right? So people will sort of clip certain bits of information, they'll put it out there, but actually what happened, what was said beforehand, what was said after, kind of gets excluded because of clickbait, because of people wanting to sensationalize some content.
Yeah.
Make sense? Does that happen?
It happens a lot.
Happens.
Yeah. We were just
Keeps
on
you in a
stage.
job, though. It keeps you, building a business. It's fantastic.
We were trying to deconstruct Stephen Bartlett's podcast on
Dennis, you keep mentioning other podcasts. I hope you're listening to my podcast. My podcast is factually 100% correct. So please make sure that you listen to it and let me know.
we would love to invite you to, because we are going to integrate into Zoom and other like X Spaces and other live streaming kind of platforms. So we'd love you to give it a test.
I love that. I would love to do that. Let's do it. Do I have to go to Singapore or can I do it in Dubai?
You can do it in Dubai. Yeah.
I want to go to Singapore, so it's okay. If we have to do it there, I'm happy to travel.
Okay,
Talk to me a little bit about the sort of the challenges from a business perspective, where you want to maintain accuracy all the time, but you want to try to improve the speed of being able to verify the information. From a business perspective, if you're really, really fast at doing something and you're first to market, there's a lot of financial returns. But then there's a potential danger. The quicker you are, it's going to hurt the accuracy of what you're doing. So how do you reconcile the speed of getting the right information and getting good money in terms of business, but also getting the accuracy correct?
So yeah, I'm grateful to all the people who have funded us, including Tim Draper, so that allowed us to build out our technology without rushing it to market, enable us to get a lot of beta users who give us feedback to improve the product. And right now, we are crowdfunding through a utility token, and the subscription should go live with our utility token this week. And we have more than 25,000 holders of the token helping to crowdfund us. And the token's worth more than 35 million USD now. So we have
congratulations.
ample finances to build a proper product and that runs a bit contrary to most other AI search or LLM apps.
Yeah, so you don't have a lot of pressure because you have the shareholders that they're giving you the freedom to be able to build the right type of product for the long-term success, which is brilliant. That's amazing. What are some of the typical types of misinformation that are harder for you to pick up? Like if you were to sort of build sort of a scale of what's really, really easy for you to detect versus what's very, very difficult, give me an example if you don't mind from both sides.
I think at this moment, let's say a Harvard professor say something contrary to a Princeton professor or something like that. We are still building out the system to like rank these professor versus professor. Like, is this professor more credible because he's published more papers? Is this professor less credible because he's retracted more papers? So, and this prestigious press versus this prestigious press, which one has messed up more in the past? That kind of thing. The retraction watch. So I think that's the next level that we're going to, the highly technical and specialized claims in a very specialized field of medicine or law or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to think about this, because a lot of people are saying that AI is creating a lot of fake content out there. You never know what's real or not. So do you see AI now being able to help or hurt real content being exposed on the internet?
There's so much AI slop out there, right? And then there's so many people shitposting content.
So is AI gonna help or is it gonna hurt the content?
So I hope if people use our system, we have a Chrome plugin It help you filter out BS that's being generated by AI or being sent to you over email or things like that. So you can screen everything and take things to process the information more dialectically. At least even if we're not 100% correct, we're about 92%. It will at least warn you like, hey, there could be a alternative point of view, or maybe this is unverifiable. The chatbot, the human shouldn't have said this so confidently because there is another point of view that you should be aware of.
So with so much sort of development in AI and AI getting smarter and smarter and a lot of more agents being able to create content, how are you going to be able to stay ahead of these guys to detect what's real and what's not? Because a lot of people are going to be deploying AI to, get more followers, get more engagement, and they're using pretty smart stuff. So how are you going to be able to stay ahead of all of them?
We ride their virality. So like someone is making some audacious claims. There was this fitness influencer on another podcast who was saying it's all in the ties.
Keep listening to other podcasts. Dennis, I hope you're listening to my podcast. After this, go subscribe, listen, and fact check everything that I've got. I would love to know.
Okay, great. I'll do that.
Amazing.
Later.
I've got another subscriber. Amazing. Brilliant. Sorry, continue, please.
Yeah, so because the video was going viral, where he's talking about how ties is the biggest determinant of longevity, and then actually it's unverifiable. So because his video was shot in such a compelling way with all these medical looking like documents and X-rays and whatever, so the video was so well produced, we just included a fact check alongside it as he was saying all this stuff. So we ride their variety. Same with the US presidential debate. There were so many outrageous things being said by both candidates.
So that was what it was like 90% fake, right? None of it was just BS.
You can take a look at debate.factorcy.
What's the percentage? What was the percentage of that presidential debate? It's got to be very high.
I would just say if you benchmark Trump against his previous one with Biden and then the one with Biden 4 years ago, it just seems like he's on a... He's aging, right? So
that's a very diplomatic way of saying that. I love that. Crystal ball time for you, Dennis. What's the future of content going to look like?
I think there'll be a lot more Gen AI mixed into content one way or the other. What we need is more rule-based AI to help us spot deepfakes, help us spot misinformation. So we need AI to help keep AI honest, right? Kind of like Terminator 2. I don't know if you watched that.
I have, of course. Were you old enough to watch Terminator? You look like a very young man, but you're not actually. I think you're my age. How old are you?
I'm 43.
I'm 43. There you go. But you look so much younger. What's your secret? What's going on, Dennis? Huh? How do you do it?
Some of my beauty secrets involve Pilates, yoga.
Maybe your girlfriend's keeping you young as well. Women play a big role in that.
Yeah,
I have a wife. I'm married for 5 years, and we have two beautiful boys. And they are helping to keep me young as well. I may not look it, but inside I'm a big kid at heart. So your family plays a big role in that.
I'm Greek Orthodox too, so I often eat olive oil and things like that. Good Mediterranean diet.
Good man, I like that. Okay, so a couple of last questions for you, Dennis. What is sort of the overriding insight that you have based on all of the experience that you've amassed so far? What would you like to share with us? What do we need to know?
I think we need to know that chatbots tend to be overconfident. They tend to be optimized for engagement. So recently, you might have heard of ChatGPT psychosis, where even people older than us and very experienced, they committed suicide. Sometimes the chatbots encourage young people to break the law, and
it's very dangerous, very scary stuff.
Yeah. So because these things are optimized for engagement, just like social media, right? They don't care how much brain rot it causes. Right, their KPI is more engagement, and that's very sad. Yeah.
So what's your advice for people that, are on social media? Because a lot of people are spending hours and hours and doing repeated visits on the same platforms. What's your advice to them?
Maybe try to limit social media and Gen AI use to 1 hour a day at most. Yeah. And then when you do it, you do use a product like ours that helps to verify information rather than just to create information, because creating information is such a commodity now. What is more special is we have something to help us figure out whether this is hallucinated even at the secondary level. So Perplexity often hallucinates footnotes. So you think it's a real reference, but when you click through, it's not the right link, or it's a hallucinated link, or ChatGPT even sometimes gives you broken links. And
Yes. So if I was to ask you to close up, so what are your expectations of GITEX? How have you found GITEX 2025?
I just wanted to meet more people. We have a important meeting with a sheikh coming up, and
Amazing.
Look forward to that. Yeah.
Good luck, my friend, and I wish you all the very best. Keep doing what you're doing. We need more people like you trying to protect us from deep fakes and misinformation. So, Dennis, thank you so much for joining us on the Inside GITEX podcast, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much, Luca.
Pleasure.